good example for constant acceleration is motion under gravity. That is, the acceleration due to gravity is assumed to be constant. Okay, but in many cases the acceleration may not be constant and it will be varying. And we have seen the equations for acceleration for variable acceleration. That is, say a can be written as a is equal to d square s by dt square. That is in terms of the displacement and time. Displacement and time, d square s by dt square or d square x by dt square, etc. And uh, it can also be written as v into dv by ds or dv by dx. Okay, this is using the chain rule of differentiation or function of a function rule. Okay, so that is the equation for acceleration. And in addition to this, we sometimes we'll have to use these equations. That is ds by dt. Velocity is equal to ds by dt. Okay, so these are the equations to be used. And last day we have solved some problems involving the variable acceleration case, because if you are getting a question like this in which a motion is described as a function of say time or velocity or displacement or whatever, if you are getting the type of motion or expression for relation for motion as an expression in terms of a variable, then you should understand that it is a case of variable acceleration. Because in this case, the problem is a particle moves along a straight line so that its displacement in meter from a fixed point is given by s equal to d cube. Okay, so according to with the change in t time, displacement changes. Okay, then so that is in that question we have used differentiation for finding out first the velocity, and then second differentiation will give acceleration. And in the next case, the velocity and acceleration can be found out by integration, or velocity and displacement can be found out by integration. Velocity and displacement found out by integration. Okay, so in that case, if the equation of motion of a body moving in a straight line is given in terms of acceleration a and time, then okay, if an equation is given in terms of acceleration and time, then we can use this equation. A is equal to dv by dt. A is equal to dv by dt. Then you can convert this into this form, that is by cross multiplication of dv and dt into a is equal to dv, or dv is equal to a into dt. Okay, so how to find out velocity? To find out velocity of the body with the acceleration given by this equation, it will be v is equal to integral dv, or that is equal to v is equal to integral dv is equal to a into dt, because we integrate both sides of this equation, and v dv, integral dv is equal to v velocity, or v is equal to integral a into dt. That is the equation for velocity. Also, we know that ds by dt is equal to velocity. Then you can find out displacement using this relation, that is s is equal to integral v into dt. Clear? So these are the equations we have to use depending upon the variables given, or the relation between the variables will be given in the equation, and according to the equation we will have to select the corresponding equation for solving the problem. Okay, so here is a problem. You can see, you can read the problem. A particle moves along a straight line with an acceleration described by the equation a is equal to minus 8 s raised to minus 2, where a is in meter per second square and s is in meters. Okay, when t is equal to 1 second, s equal to 4 meter and v is equal to 2 meter per second. When t is equal to 1 second, s equal to 4 meter and v is equal to 2 meter per second. Determine acceleration when t is equal to 2 seconds. Okay, so you cannot directly use v is equal to u plus at or s equal to ut plus half at square or v square equal to u square plus 2as, etc. for finding out the acceleration at t is equal to 2 seconds, because in each and every second the acceleration will be changing. The previous three equations, that is v is equal to u plus at, etc., those equations are used in the case of constant acceleration. Here we are not dealing with constant acceleration because the acceleration is changing with the displacement. Okay, it is changing with the displacement, that is inversely the square of the displacement. Okay, so we cannot use those equations, or we cannot directly calculate or get the value of acceleration when t is equal to 2. For that we will have to use integration. Clear? So here the equation given is a is equal to minus 8 by s square, minus 8 by s square, isn't it? Can be written as minus 8 by s square, and here are some values given. T is equal to 1 second, s equal to 4, and v is equal to 2. What are those conditions? When t is equal to 1 second, t is equal to 1 second, s equal to 4 meter, and v is equal to 2 meter. But these are called boundary conditions. Boundary conditions, and these are used for finding out constants of integration. When we integrate an equation, an expression, we will get a constant of integration. A constant of integration. Otherwise, it should be a definite integral. So there will be a constant of integration. Therefore, to find out the constants of integration, there may be one or more integration constants depending upon the number of integrations we perform. So to find out those constants, we will have to use these conditions. These conditions. That is, at t is equal to 1 second, the displacement is 4 meter, and at the same time, that is t is equal to 1 second, the velocity is equal to 2 meter per second. Velocity is equal to 2 meter per second. Okay, so that is the condition given in the question. So we have to find out the acceleration when t is equal to 2 seconds. That is, a at 2 seconds we have to find out. This is the question. Okay, so how to find out that? Let us see how we can do it. That is, here a is equal to minus 8 by s square. This equation we have written like this. This equation we have written like this. A is equal to minus 8 by s square, and when t is equal to 1 second, s equal to 4 meter, and v is equal to 2 meter per second. That is given in the question, and we know the equation. Here the condition is a is given as a function of displacement. A is given as a function of displacement. If a was given as a function of t, then we could have used a equal to dv by dt, isn't it? We could have used dv by dt. But here a is given as a function of displacement. So what we can do is we can use the equation a is equal to v into dv by ds. How we got this equation? It is from dv by dt, because v is a function of s and s is a function of t. So using function rule or chain rule of differentiation, we can arrive at this equation. A is equal to v into dv by ds, and v into dv by ds is equal to minus 8 by s square. Okay, so from here you will get, if you consider this, you will get v into dv by ds is equal to minus 8 by s square, because we replaced a with this equation, this expression, that is v into dv by ds. So it is equal to minus 8 by s square. Then we cross multiply, then you will get, because we need to take the same similar terms, that is terms of v to the same side and s to the same side. Clear? So ds is taken to this side and v dv is kept here itself, so that functions of or terms of v and s are on left hand side and right hand side. Okay, so now we have to integrate. So integral v dv is equal to integral minus 8 by s square ds. Minus 8 by s square ds. We need to remove these terms. Okay, dv and ds. Then only we can form an equation and find substitute values and find out the required answer. Okay, so when we integrate, we will get, how we will integrate? V into dv means v square, v raised to 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1, isn't it? This is the equation of integration. So integral v into dv, x dx will be x square by 2, isn't it? So v raised to 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 equal to v square by 2, and here it is minus 8 by s square. That can be written as minus 8 into s raised to 2 minus 2, isn't it? S raised to minus 2, and this will be becoming s raised to minus 2 plus 1. You can see here s raised to minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1, isn't it? So just like this one, v raised to 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1, and just like that, here it is, the power is minus 2, therefore minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1 plus c1. This is a very important thing you should not forget. You should not forget. In this problem, the value of c is equal to 0. We will get the value of c equal to c1 equal to 0, but in some cases, the value of c the constant of integration may not be 0. Okay, so in some cases, the constant of integration may not be 0. So don't forget to put this constant. Okay, in many of the problems, it may be 0, but we have to prove that it is 0 using the conditions given like this. Like this, conditions will be given, or there will be a condition which can be assumed from the given statement of the problem. Okay, if we say a body is starting from rest, even though the acceleration is varying, we can assume that at t is equal to 0, v is equal to 0, s equal to 0, a equal to 0. We can assume, no problem. Okay, so like that, we have to put the constant of integration when you integrate, and then you have to evaluate the constant. You have to find the value of the constant using the given conditions. Okay, here in this case, no need of any assumptions because the conditions are directly given. So it is easily you can find out the value of c1. Okay, so when you simplify this, you will get v square by 2 is equal to 8 by s plus c1. This is the simplified equation. V square by 2 is equal to 8 by s plus c1. Isn't it clear? That is minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. So this minus 1 and this minus 1 will be getting cancelled. And s raised to minus 1 is 1 by s plus c1. So v square by 2 is equal to 8 by s plus c1. Is it clear up to here? Is it okay? Then, when it is given that when s is equal to 4 meters, v is equal to 2 meters per second. When t is equal to 1 second, s is equal to 4 and v is equal to 2. T is equal to 1 second, s is equal to 4 meter, and v is equal to 2 meter per second. Okay, that means, or we can say in other words, when s is equal to 4 meters, v is equal to 2 meter per second. When s is equal to 4 meters, v is equal to 2 meter per second. That also is a condition. So when s is equal to 4 meter, v is equal to 2 meter per second. Okay, so here the equation is in terms of v and s. V and s. Clear? So we can apply these two conditions, that is s is equal to 4 meter and v is equal to 2 meter per second in the equation. Substitute the value of v is equal to 2 here. V is equal to 2 and s is equal to 4. You will get c1 equal to 0. C1 equal to 0. Clear? Yeah. Then once we get c1, what we have to do is we have to substitute the value of c1 here, and we have to form the final equation. This is the final equation for velocity. Okay, for velocity in terms of s. V square by 2 is equal to 8 by s, or we can write v square equal to 16 by s, and the last equation that for velocity in terms of displacement is v equal to 4 by s. I hope it is clear. There is nothing difficult here because we substituted the conditions s is equal to 4 meter and v is equal to 2 meter per second, or the initial conditions or the boundary conditions we have substituted in this equation with a constant of integration which is an unknown value, that is c1. C1 is unknown. To find out or evaluate c1, we used the conditions given in the question, that is at t is equal to 1 second, s equal to 4 meter and v is equal to 2 meter per second. Okay, that means when t is equal to 1 second, when t was equal to 1 second, when we measured the displacement, it was 4 meter and the velocity was 2 meter per second. Okay, so we substitute the values of v here in the equation and s here. Okay, then we have only one unknown and we will get it as c1 equal to 0 because this will be 2 and this also will be 2. So 2 minus 2 is equal to 0, c1 equal to 0. Substitute that 0 here so that you will get an equation. V square by 2 is equal to 8 by s. and when we simplify it more, we will get v is equal to 4 by square root of s. 4 by square root of s. Okay. Then we know that v is equal to ds by dt, that is rate of change of displacement with respect to time. V is equal to ds by dt, isn't it? So that is equal to, we can write 4 by root s, that is ds divided by dt is equal to 4 by root of s. Okay, then as we have done here, we cross multiply to take the same terms, that is the terms of s to one side and t to another side. So you cross multiply like this. What we will get? We will get root s ds is equal to 4 into dt. You will get this equation. Root s into ds is equal to 4 into dt. Clear? Then what we have to do? We have to integrate on both sides. Integral root s into ds is equal to integral 4 into dt. Integral root s into ds is equal to integral 4 into dt. So you will get s raised to half plus 1, isn't it? S raised to half plus 1, or s raised to 0.5 plus 1 divided by half plus 1 is equal to, that is integral of root s. Root s can be written as root s is equal to s raised to 1 by 2. Okay, s raised to 1 by 2. So when you integrate, we will get s raised to 1 by 2 plus 1 divided by 1 by 2 plus 1 is equal to 4t plus c2. Okay, here we have another coefficient, constant of integration, and it is to be evaluated using the conditions given. Clear? So now we have an equation of s in terms of time t, and there is an unknown constant. A constant c2 is there. Unknown constant c2 is there. Therefore, the equation is 2 by 3 s raised to 3 by 2 is equal to 4 into t plus c by 2. How this 2 by 3 came? We took this denominator to the numerator. Okay, so the denominator was 3 by 2, and when we took it into the numerator, it will become 2 by 3. Okay, then the conditions given, the initial conditions given are t is equal to 1 second and s is equal to 4 meter and v is equal to 2 meter per second. Okay, here we don't have any term of v, so we will use these two conditions, that is t is equal to 1 second. When t was 1 second, yes, the displacement displacement was 4 meters. Okay, for that body. So we substitute the value of t and s in this equation, equation number 3 here. What we will get? 2 by 3 into s is 4. 4 raised to 3 by 2 is equal to 4 into 1 plus 1 is t seconds. T, isn't it? 4 into 1 plus c2. So we will get c2 is equal to 4 by 3. You can see here c2 is equal to 4 by 3. Okay. So you see here in this question we got c1 equal to 0. The constant of integration was 0. But in the equation for displacement in terms of t, we got a value of 4 by 3. Okay, it is not a negligible value, so we have to put it here. Even though it is a negligible value, you have to put it there. Sometimes it may have some effect on the final equation. Okay, so 2 by 3 into s raised to 3 by 2 is equal to 4t plus 4 by 3. Okay, this is the final equation for, or even you can simplify this, that is s is equal to, or 2 by 3 into s raised to 3 by 2 is 4 into 2 plus 4 by 3. How we got this? How we got this? We were asked to find the acceleration at t is equal to 2 seconds. Okay, acceleration at t is equal to 2 seconds. So our equation for acceleration was a is equal to minus 8 by s square. Is it not? Our equation for acceleration was minus 8 by s square. So acceleration was given as a function of s. So what we can do is we are asked to find the acceleration at t is equal to 2 seconds. That means first we have to find out what is the displacement when t is equal to 2 seconds. Okay, what is the displacement when t is equal to 2 seconds? Okay, so for that we have to get an equation for displacement in terms of time. Okay, we should get an equation in terms of equation for displacement in terms of time. That is why we have done these steps. That is dv by or ds by dt is equal to v, and integrated we got a condition here. That is 2 by 3 into s raised to 3 by 2 is equal to 4 into 2 plus 4 by 3. What we have done is we substituted the value of 2 for t in this equation. Okay, 2 for t. So 4 into 2 plus 4 by 3. Clear. Then we will get s is equal to 5.81 meters. This is at a t is equal to 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Did not. S at a t is equal to 2 seconds is equal to 5.81 meters. Okay. So when this question can be reframed as determine the acceleration when s equal to 5.81 meters. In this way also we can say instead of this we can say determine acceleration when displacement equal to 5.81 meter. Clear. So it was not given, it was given that you have to find the acceleration when time t is equal to 2 seconds. So for that we have substituted the value of 2 here in the equation for displacement in terms of t. We got a value for s, that is t is equal to, and t is equal to 2, the displacement was s meters. So we can substitute this value of s in the equation for the initial equation for acceleration, and we will get acceleration is equal to 0.2373. Okay, so a is equal to minus 8 into s raised to minus 2, minus 8 into, substitute the value of this thing into for the displacement, you will get 5.81 raised to minus 2 is equal to 0.2373 meter per second square. I hope it is clear for you. So what we have done is we just have a recap. That is, we have the equation given for acceleration is the equation given for acceleration a is equal to minus 8 s raised to minus 2, minus 8 s raised to minus 2, where a is in meter per second and s is in meters. Okay, then when t is 1 second, t is 1 second, okay, s is equal to 4 meter and v is equal to 2 meter per second. These are the initial conditions or boundary conditions we can say to evaluate the constant of integration. Determine acceleration when t is equal to 2 seconds. So in the given equation for acceleration, there is no term for t. Sometimes it may be given that a is equal to minus 8 into t raised to minus 2. Okay, and if this is a question, if you are asked to find acceleration at t is equal to 2 seconds, means you simply substitute the value of 2 for t. Okay, I'm saying, for example, if a is equal to minus 8 into t raised to minus 2, can be an equation like this. There can be an equation like this. Okay, so if you are asked to find out acceleration to t is equal to 2 seconds, means simply substitute 2 here. Okay, but here the problem is, this question the problem is, there is no time of 2 in t time. Okay, so here the equation is a is equal to minus 8 into s raised to minus 2. What we can do is we have to first you have to use this equation to form the equation for velocity, that is v into dv by ds. Then using the equation for velocity, we have to use this equation to reach the equation for displacement, that is v is equal to ds by dt. Then there will be an integration, a constant of integration, and it is having a value here. Previously in the first case, when for equation for velocity there was no value, it was 0. Here it is having 4 by 3 as the value, and then we have to find out the displacement at t is equal to 2 seconds. Then substitute the value of displacement in the equation for acceleration, that is the initial equation for acceleration, and you will get a is equal to minus 8 into s raised to minus 2. So that is equal to 0.2373 meter per second square. So how to solve this? The question given is a is equal to 4t square minus 3t plus 2. 4t square minus 3t plus 2. So a acceleration a is given as a function of time t. Acceleration a is given as a function of time t. And the units are also given. Sometimes if the unit is changing, the value will be the value of acceleration will be changing. That is why the unit is specified here. If it is not specified, you just assume that it is in meter per second, second square, and time in seconds. Okay. Then the body has a velocity of 10 meter per second at t is equal to 3 seconds. When t is equal to 3 seconds, velocity was 10 meter per second, and it is located 12 meter to the right of the origin at t is equal. What does it mean? It is located 12 meter to the right of the origin at t is equal to 2 seconds. Say for example, uh, see, suppose the body is starting its motion or it is moving in this direction like this. Okay, so this is origin 0 0. Let us assume that the body is when we count the time at origin t equal, this is t is equal to 0. Then when t is equal to 2 seconds, t is equal to 2 seconds, the distance, the position was say 12 meter to the right of origin. 12 meter to the right of origin. Okay. So this is that is given in the question. Clear? When the body has a velocity of 10 meter per second, 3 seconds, and it is located 12 meter to the right of the origin at t is equal to 2 seconds. T is equal to 2 seconds typo, the body was displaced through a distance of 12 meters, or we can say the position of the body when t is equal to 2 seconds was 12 meters. Determine the position and velocity of the particle after 10 seconds. Okay, so I'll show you how to solve this question. So A is equal to 4t square minus 3t plus 2. That is a given expression for A in terms of t in the question itself, 4t square minus 3t plus 2. And these are the conditions given. At t is equal to 3 seconds, v is equal to 10 meter per second, and at t is equal to 2 seconds, s is equal to 12 meters. Okay, so to calculate velocity, we will use the equation A is equal to dv by dt. Why we use this equation dv by dt? Because acceleration is given in terms of time. Okay, so the equation connecting velocity, time, and acceleration is A is equal to dv by dt. dv by dt. In the previous question, the equation connecting acceleration, velocity, and displacement is A is equal to v into dv by ds. So here we are using A is equal to dv by dt. So we can write dv by dt equal to 4t square minus 3t plus 2. Okay, we are using this equation. That is dv by dt is equal to 4t square minus 3t plus 2. So we can write dv is equal to 4t square minus 3t plus 2 into dt by cross multiplication. Cross multiplying, here we will get into dt. Then we have to integrate to get the value of or the expression for v, the relation for v. What is v? V is equal to 4t cube by 3 minus 3t square by 2 plus 2t plus c1. That is, this will be 4 into t raised to 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1, that is 4t cube by 3 minus 3 into t raised to 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 equal to 3t square by 2 plus 2 into t raised to 0 plus 1 divided by 0 plus 1, that is plus 2 into t plus integration constant of integration c1. Okay, so we have an equation for velocity in terms of time. Okay, we have a set of conditions given as when t is equal to 3 seconds, velocity is 10 meter per second. Okay, here we need to evaluate c1, isn't it? We need to evaluate c1. So to get c1, we should know a set of values of velocity and t. Velocity and t. So that is given in the question. T is equal to 3 seconds, velocity is 10 meter per second. Simply substitute these values of v and t in the equation for velocity here. So v velocity is equal to 10 meter per second and t is 3 seconds. Okay, when you substitute, you will get c1 equal to minus 18.5. c1 is equal to minus 18.5. Okay, so once we get the value of c1, the unknown value, substitute that value and write down the final equation for velocity. So this is the final equation for velocity of this body moving with an acceleration of a is equal to 4t square minus 3t plus 2. Okay. So V is equal to 4t cube by 3 minus 3t square by 2 plus 2t minus 18.5. What is this 18.5? 18.5 is the minus 18.5 is the constant of integration C1. Okay. So velocity of the particle after 10 seconds is equal to, our question was to find velocity after 10 seconds. Okay, so we got the equation for velocity of the body. So we can substitute for t and we will get the value of velocity at 10 seconds. So v at 10 seconds is equal to 4 into t cube, that is 10 cubed by 3 minus 3 into 10 square by 2 plus 2 into 10 minus 18.5 is equal to 1181.5 meter per second. 1181.5 meter per second is the velocity of the body at 10 seconds. Okay, the velocity of the body at 3 seconds was given us 10 meter per second. The velocity of the body at 10 seconds is given us 1181.5 meter per second. 4 into 10 raised to 3 by 3 minus 3 into 10 raised to 2 by 2 plus 2 into 10 minus 18.5 is equal to this 4000 by 3. Okay, this one will come 1181.5 meter per second. Then we need to find out the displacement also, position and velocity. Position is also asked to find out, to determine. Therefore, we need to find the displacement. So to calculate S, we are going to use V into ds by dt, because the equation for velocity is given as an expression in t, isn't it? T cube by 3 plus etc. in terms of t. So therefore, we should use an equation in which velocity, time, and displacement are involved. Okay, velocity, time, and displacement are involved. So we will use the equation V is equal to ds by dt, rate of change of displacement with respect to time. V is equal to ds by dt, and that is equal to V into dt is equal to ds. When we cross multiply, we will get V into dt is equal to ds. Okay. So when we integrate on both sides, we will get V is having an equation like this, isn't it? For equation 2, we have V in terms of t. So when we substitute the expression for V here in this equation, we will get t into dt. Say for example, in the form t into dt. Okay. So ds is equal to 4t cube by 3 minus 3t square by 2 plus 2t minus 18.5 into dt. Is it clear? Okay. So ds is equal to 4t cube by 3 minus 3t square by 2 plus 2t minus 18.5 into dt. Now you can easily integrate it. You will get s is equal to, integral ds is s is equal to 1.33 into 10 t raised to 4 by 4 minus 1.5 into t cube by 3. Okay, when you integrate, t cube will be t raised to 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1. Here t raised to 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1. Here 2 t raised to 2 raised to 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. And here it is 18.5 into t raised to 0 plus 1 by 0 plus 1. So you will get 1.33 into t raised to 4 divided by 4 minus 1.5 into t cube by 3 plus t square minus 18.5 into t plus c2. Here is another constant of integration. Another constant of integration, and when you simplify, you will get s is equal to 0.33 into t raised to 4 minus 0.5 into t cube plus t square minus 18.5 t plus c2. To evaluate c2, we have another set of condition given. Okay, when t was 2 seconds, the position was 12 meters. S was 12 meters. So we have second set of equation conditions or boundary conditions or initial conditions, initial values. T is equal to 2 seconds, S is equal to 12. Substitute in this equation for displacement here. Okay, substitute T is equal to 2 seconds and S is equal to 12 meter. You will get C2. C2 is equal to 43.68. C2 is equal to 43.68. So therefore, S is equal to, what we have to do next? We have to rewrite the final equation for displacement in terms of T. in terms of t. We got the value of unknown constant C2 of C2, the constant of integration as 43.68. Substitute the value of 43.68 here. So the final equation or expression for displacement will be S equal to 0.33 t raised to 4 minus 0.5 t raised to 3 plus t square minus 18.5 t plus 43.68. A long equation, right? Anyway, so we got the equation for displacement. Okay, if we want to find out the displacement at any time, just substitute the value of t here. In all these equations, you will get the value of displacement. Now, the position of the particle after 10 seconds is given by s at t is equal to 10 seconds. That is st. So this is s equal to 10 seconds. Is equal to 2788.68. How we got it? It is equal to 0.33 into 10 raised to 4 minus 0.5 into 10 raised to 3 plus 10 square minus 18.5 into 10 plus 43.68. You will get, when you simplify, you will get it as 27.8868 meters. That will be the position or the displacement, we can say. So in this, we have used the equation v into acceleration is equal to dv by dt, because the equation given was acceleration is equal to 4t square, or as a function of time. So we use the equation a is equal to dv by dt, in which all acceleration, velocity, and time are involved. We got the equation for velocity here. Then there is a constant of integration. We use the first set of conditions given as at t is equal to 3 seconds, 10 meter per second was the velocity. We used that condition to evaluate C1, substituted the value of C1 here in the final equation, and we got the velocity equation like this. And we can find out the velocity at any time by substituting the value of t. Okay, so here we were asked to find out the velocity at 10 seconds. So we got the value of v at 10 seconds is equal to 1181.5 meter per second. Then to find out s, we have the equation v is equal to ds by dt, and we have the equation for velocity is equal to 40q by 3, etc., etc. So substituted. Then there is another constant of integration C2 that was evaluated using the second set of conditions, that is t is equal to 2 seconds, s is equal to 12 meters. Substitute those values s and t, the equation for the intermediate equation for displacement. Then we got C2 is equal to 43.68 and s is equal to, the final equation will be 0.33 t raised to 4 minus 0.5 t cube plus t square minus 18.5 t plus 43.68. Okay, now we got the equation for the final equation for displacement. At any time we can find out the displacement, just substitute the value of t here in this equation. So we were asked to find out the displacement or the position after 10 seconds. So the position after 10 seconds is 2788.68 meters. Okay, this was a bit easier question than the previous one, isn't it? Just simple equations we needed to use and simple integration. Only thing is, it is a longer equation than the previous one.